The Sultanate of Oman is an inspiring nation. Under the leadership of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos bin Said, Oman has been transformed from a closed desert realm to a modernized country that's absolutely open for business. Home to over 3.1 million people, Oman's beauty is in its welcoming hospitality, traditional charm, and abundance of opportunity. From its majestic capital Muscat to the burgeoning destinations throughout, Oman is a country to watch. The Sultan has created multiple initiatives to take the nation to the next stage in its non-stop journey. Leading the way in these developments are a variety of mega-projects spanning the country and covering significant areas of its economy. The next few years will see Oman's government and private sector invest more than $50 billion in infrastructure, transport, manufacturing, and oil and gas projects, which will be the largest the country has ever seen. These mega-projects will progress the country, creating new opportunities and building on the back of its consistent and strong economic growth. Importantly, as part of Oman's development plan, all significant investments will achieve three objectives: diversifying the economy, creating jobs and opportunities for Omanis, and enhancing domestic economic activity.
I think Oman is not the first place that people think of when setting up to do business, but they should. The environment here in terms of living is excellent. The opportunities for investment in the economy are very diversified, and the access to all the markets via the shipping ports that are now in Oman make Oman a place everybody should consider.
In 2010, the UNDP rated Oman as the most improved nation in the world during the preceding 40 years. Looking back at the offering in 1970 compared to today's picture, it's certainly come a long way. But this isn't the end. It's merely the beginning. Oman Aluminum Rolling Company, OARC, bringing state-of-the-art light gauge sheet rolling from Oman. OARC's plant in Soha, Oman opened in August 2013, employing industry-leading technologies to provide value-added, tailor-made aluminum solutions to our customers. One team, one dream. Oman Aluminum Rolling Company.
Muammer Design and Engineering Consultancy, LLC, one of Oman's first 100% Omani-owned engineering consultancy, and has earned a stellar reputation for its high-quality projects in all sectors, whether it's a residential or a business property, in the private sector or for the government. Muammer meets the highest international standards of engineering designs, supervision, and consultancy services.
Target LLC. Building Oman's infrastructure since 1976, we are renowned for completing every project within budget, on time, and to the highest quality standards, owing to our proven track record and enduring success in exceeding expectations. We are among the preeminent contractors in Oman. Our quality, performance, and dynamism set us apart. Target. Come partner with us. Money doesn't grow on its own. Your choice for creating value in the Middle East stock markets. Vision Investment Services. Oman is paving a path for growth and opportunity with numerous infrastructure and airport development projects, open to both local and international contractors. The nation's primary objective is to diversify away from an oil-based economy. Under the mega-projects umbrella, transportation projects will form the largest portion of Oman's civil projects. There are over $20 billion worth of contracts in the pipeline, and many still up for tender throughout aviation, road networks, ports, and the new railway. The industry has a great deal of potential, and the government is opening up aviation for more private sector involvement, while looking to attract airlines from regions throughout the world, including Asia.
Well, actually, in Oman, as maybe now many people know, that we are building around 5 airports at one go. 2 of them in Muscat and Salalah are very huge international airports. Construction is going on. We're hoping to have them opened maybe within the next 2 years or 3 years.
At the heart of the nation, the Muscat International Airport will be one of the most noticeable transformations, with a new state-of-the-art passenger terminal and runway. 2014 will see the completion of the first wave of expansion, increasing the passenger capacity from 6 to 12 million per annum, and allowing room for the Airbus A380s. 3 subsequent phases will increase the capacity further to 24, 36 and 48 million as necessary. In the south, Salalah Airport is the second gateway to Oman and will open up internationally with passenger terminal development to support an increased demand in tourism. The existing airport has a capacity of just 200,000 passengers each year, increasing to 2 million at the opening of the new facility, which will also accommodate large aircraft with a new runway. As an addition to the second biggest city in Oman, Salalah's airport will be a key piece of infrastructure to the nation. But who's going to be developing these airports, and what opportunities are there for investors?
Well, for the regional ones, of course, there is the operation part of the airport. So we haven't really landed until now exactly how the airports will be developed or who will be developing the airports. There is, of course, the cargo services and all the associated services that go with it. There is the maintenance and repair services that also come with it. Aviation Academy is an option that we are talking about. Many opportunities related to the aviation sector are still open for a grab.
Forming part of a bigger picture, Oman is financing expansion and construction of multiple new road networks, including almost 2,500 kilometers of new roads in the eastern province of Ashakia. These new road networks will contribute to the development of the region and support increased business and investments. For trade opportunities, there are multiple ports strategically located along Oman's extensive coastline, from the north to the south and in the capital Muscat. These offer numerous gateways to Oman and the Middle East and consequent trade routes to Africa, Europe and Asia.
Oman strategically is very well located to cater to the export market. So, one hand you have a huge opportunity with one of the biggest growing market, which is Africa, which you have a very close access from here. Then on the other hand, itself for the GCC region, there's a huge opportunity available in front of you.
Catering to these regions are Duqm Port and down south, the Salalah Port. Its expansion initiative will also add to Oman's overall economic diversification, with a new $143 million general cargo and liquid bulk terminal.
We are constructing also 6 major ports in Oman, and some of them commercials and some of them tourism. Sultan Qaboos port in Oman will be converted to a tourism port after being a first commercial port in the country. And this is a major project for us. Roads, we have now constructed more than 17 kilometers of roads as highways linking between cities and governors. So all sectors are actually anticipating a huge development and mega projects in the transport sector.
Having a free zone in Sohar, and then having a port development, and then a lot of focus on the infrastructure development in and around Muscat, Well, these are all initiatives which are, clear indicators that government is really keen on focusing on industrial output.
Those projects will be very important because they will create demand for products made in the country, such as aluminum panels. And it will help not only get the projects on the way, but create in-country value.
The government is asking the private sector to consider investment strategies and take advantage of the many available opportunities and fast-tracked completion date of 2018.
I think there are many of the projects that are open for investments. Usually, most of the infrastructure projects, the government itself is spending on developing it. However, the operation side or the usage of these infrastructures, we are opening it for private investments or on PPP basis between the public sector and the private sectors. There are huge developments that comes out after establishing these infrastructures of constructing tourism places, developing commercial activities, industrial activities, and these are great opportunities for investors. As I said, we are building, for example, Duqm economic zones to be from scratch, to be great opportunities for investors. And we have spent billions of Omani riyals just to give the infrastructures of road, port, railway stations, and then the airport, for example.
These development projects, along with Oman's strategic geographic location and welcoming nature, are steering the country on the right path to becoming a regional logistics hub. Oman is the premium destination in the Gulf region. Due to the country's strategic location between east and west and its unspoiled natural beauty. Oman Airport Management Company is the ambitious and innovative airport operator, managing and developing Oman's airports to become a major gateway within the region. The new terminals at Muscat International Airport and Salalah airports are expected to be completed by 2014 and will be able to handle over 12 million passengers. Further expansions will ultimately boost the airport's capacity to up to 48 million passengers. Due to this amazing growth, OAMC is actively seeking international partners and airlines to join in their success, facilitating Oman's airports to become a major gateway between East and West. Oman Airports Management Company. Discover why beauty has its address in Oman. Fly with Oman Air, because all adventure stories begin with, are you sitting comfortably? Oman Air. As one of the major economic sectors and contributors to the GDP in Oman, the oil and gas sector is one of interest. For many years, Oman has explored and produced crude oil with private partners, including Shell. In recent years, successful new exploration has generated new opportunities throughout the country.
Oman is blessed with its natural resources. So we've got oil and gas as the backbone of Oman economy. Oman have been enjoying oil for the past 4 decades. And the oil and gas is, of course, the source of energy today. And that is very, very important because it's not only serving the country, the region, but also it's a world demand commodity for the world. Of course, when you want to work and produce oil and gas, you need a number of partners and key players to come together in order to produce that kind of commodity, oil and gas, in the most efficient and most economic way possible.
Oman has identified the oil, gas and petrochemical sector as imperative in broadening the national economy base and in utilizing its natural resources. As part of the nation's mega projects, a range of major oil and gas initiatives are set to start in 2014, with additional gas streams to be added to the domestic gas grid over the coming years. STS is one company supporting Oman's growth in this sector. Their new workshop facility in Nizwa has presented a major boost to in-country capabilities and solutions in the oil and gas, petrochemicals and heavy metal works sectors in Oman. STS are also helping to train Omanis in this field, providing work opportunities for locals while serving the greater needs of Oman with the technical expertise to carry out many of the necessary works.
International companies are bringing on the table, and that is not only unique to Oman, is that they bring in the technology and the bigger picture. But you don't always need that local knowledge. And because, as I said earlier, Oman have gone through those challenges in finding oil and producing oil, then a combination between local knowledge, local staff, and international technology and international strategies combined together, you bring in the best partnership, you bring in a win-win situation, and with peaceful atmosphere, both political and social friendliness. That's where the most important partnership that you're going to have, which is actually not only for today and tomorrow, but it is longer, got longer sustainability.
Oman is on a mission to keep the gas flowing. These projects and long-term partnerships will allow for development of a broad industrial base and increase value to the nation's already precious resources. This is all part of Oman's Vision 2020, which will broaden the sources of national economy in the coming years. With its rich cultural heritage, welcoming spirit and year-round sunshine, Oman has all the ingredients to be a must-see destination for tourists. Oman has one of the fastest-growing tourism sectors in the world and is set to achieve growth of 7.8% annually, reaching almost $7 billion by 2019.
Oman tourism is relatively new. It's going to continue to grow in the sustainable way that the government is approaching it. The Omani tourism is basically there to create employment for Omanis. And so you'll always have an Omani experience when you come here. I see the potential for tourism to continue to grow for the next 30, 40 years, as long as the government stays in the same approach that they have at the moment.
From vast mountains in the north, ample desert within, and beautiful marine life off its coastline, through to bustling Muscat and the green Salalah, there's plenty to see and do. The capital city, Muscat, is an ideal place to start. Its sprawling Arabian architecture houses many untold treasures. Whether it's the breathtaking Grand Mosque, all-white Opera House, or quintessential luxury hotels emanating aromas of the Middle East. Near the Sultan's palace, Muscat's bustling souk will take you into an Aladdin's cave of wonder, with merchants showcasing cultural wares such as frankincense burners, spices, and traditional clothing. For the more adventurous traveler, there's a dynamic variety of things to see and do. You can sleep in the desert under the stars, go dune bashing on the highest sandy hills, and experience the thrill of riding a camel.
As an adventure tourism destination, Oman has vast potential. If you start on the seaside, sailing, and lots of disciplines of sailing, we've got charter business, so people can charter boats and sail around the islands and down to Bandar Haran, etc., etc. There's also we host international sailing events, so thousands of people coming in for international sailing events and racing, and we're really pushing that. The infrastructure's perfect for it, so I think that could really grow. And then scuba diving, there's amazing reefs and amazing wildlife here, and game fishing, so lots of potential on the seaside. And on the land side, it's where your imagination stops, really. You downhill mountain biking, cycling, the Tour of Oman's here, bringing the professional cyclists. There's wadis, mountains, and lots and lots to do for adventure tourism here.
They have a lot of adventure tourism growing now. They already quite advanced on biking. Obviously, they host the Tour of Oman, which is one of the best cycling races in the world now. But on top of that, they like to do the potholes. They even do some cliff jumping. Kiteboarding is becoming a popular sport here.
Oman is little known for its marine life, but in fact has a wealth of life under the sea, and snorkeling is a peaceful and unexpectedly wonderful pastime. Despite the desert, Omanis are natural seafarers, and for some, fishing has evolved into a passion for sailing. Oman Sail is a nationally supported institution, creating training and opportunities for locals and putting Oman on the international sailing map. Oman Air is one of Oman Sail's main sponsors because it helps position the country at the highest possible level of elite discerning travellers.
The partnership between Oman Sail and Oman Air is really very important. It allows us to get tactical with one of our overarching aims, and that is promoting the Sultanate of Oman as a tourist destination. Oman Air were interested in working with us because we're operating in some of their key destinations: Germany, France, United Kingdom, Italy. They've got direct flights from all of those places, and they had a particular interest in the socio-demographics of sailors. Whereas in the population of the EU, about 19% of the total population are socio-demographics A1, CEOs, directors, doctors, and that number transcends to 42% in sailors. So it's exactly the right target for the Ministry of Tourism and therefore Oman Air. So it's a great fit between the three parties.
Just a few hours north of Muscat is Nizwa, with its historic Jabrin Castle and surrounding mountains. A boat can take you to Musandam with its little explored villages. And of course, the lush Salalah in the south is a relaxing break with contrasting vegetation. Oman is a secret that can't be kept. Its wonders are waiting to be told. The Lonely Planet named Muscat the second best city worldwide, while the National Geographic recently rated it one of the top 20 tourist destinations in the world.
I think the current logo of the Minister of Tourism, beauty has found an address, is perfect way to describe Oman. It's a really beautiful country. It's got lots of fantastic attractions. The new addition of the Opera House is a world-class opera house. The building itself is worth to see, and everything that they do is approached in a really beautiful way. So, in a word, I would say beauty has found an address.
This delightful land inspires thoughts of Arabian Nights, magical adventures, and exotic escapes right at your fingertips.
The 4-star Golden Tulip Seep Hotel, your hotel of choice in Muscat. Conveniently located just minutes from Muscat International Airport, the hotel has 177 rooms, a restaurant, and large outdoor pool, a sunbathing deck, 2 tennis courts, banquet and meeting facilities for up to 350 guests, offering exemplary service and much more. The Golden Tulip Seep, your home in Muscat.
Ramada Muscat, the upscale boutique hotel right in the center of town. Enjoy our wide range of world-class amenities, from our fine restaurant to our pool, brand new executive lounge, and free broadband internet connections. We offer a choice of sophisticated meeting room facilities and so much more. Your 4-star home away from home. The Ramada Muscat. Leave the rest to us.
The Sultanate of Oman has a vision. In the last 40 years, it's undergone a transformation that has been consistent and well planned, undisputed in comparison to its dusty desert past. It's now on a fast-track mission to make its next vision a reality. Vision 2020 is its destination, and its journey to get there is well underway. Oman, a nation transformed.